Welcome to Season 3, Episode 4 of Back in the League, our Let's Play Championship Manager 0102 series on BostonUnitedFM. If you are new to this series, we are into the old Division 1, when it was the second tier of English football. We've come up from the conference where it took us 2 seasons to get promoted, but we've advanced a level every year since, until now. The goal this season is survival. In our last video, we lost out narrowly at Peterborough United, but hit back in the next game to beat Hull City by a goal to nil. Since then, we've had a few good results. We've beaten Stoke City, Portsmouth and Wrexham to give ourselves a great chance of surviving relegation. 2 games to go and we're in 20th place, 4 points clear of Gillingham, who occupy the final relegation spot. However, the Gills have only a single game left, which means only Wrexham winning both of their games and us not picking up another point could see us go down. We actually beat Wrexham at the racecourse ground in our last match. We have a tough game with 4th place West Bromwich Albion today, then a trip to Watford in 5th follows. It would be nice to go into that final day already safe. The team has become quite settled now, with Akinori Nishizawa really starting to score some goals. Ryan Lowe comes into the side, having not started a game for several weeks. Let's go to the game. Right, only a minor miracle will see us go down. As I said, it's going to be Wrexham winning both of their games, us not picking up a point, and there's also a team between us as well. But we have gone 1-0 down fairly early on, but then they've gone down to 10 men pretty much straight away. Be nice to just get this point and we can celebrate. Staying up. I know we had a really good start to the season. We was upper mid-table on the fringes of the playoffs for a little while, probably maybe a couple of months. But we've hit a bit of a wall sort of like Christmas time onwards, where I think we lost 12 in a row. It might even have been more. But we've got to half time. We're still losing 1-0. We're having more shots on goal, better pass completion. A West Brom turning into a long ball side maybe. But let's have a look at the team. So there's a few 6s and 7s. Nothing really to worry about. I think we'll carry on as it is. Probably make a couple of changes at some point. But ideally we'll get a goal to equalise. But no, it's now 2-0. I guess West Brom, they've got their playoff ambitions. Not sure if they're already secure of their spot, but they'll want to go into it in good form. We had a penalty and we scored. Nishizawa notches his 9th and I think now 10th goal of the season. We've got it back to 2-2. I think just into stoppage time we'll maybe try and make a couple of changes. These are literally changes for the sake of it, just to give some game time. Literally just to get them appearances. And it's the final whistle we've drawn, and we have stayed up. What a fantastic achievement. First season in Division 1. We have dropped a place. However, the bottom 3 are already relegated. We have won 15 of our 45 games so far, so we do win 1 in 3. But we have lost 26 games. That's the second most in the league. Only Lincoln, who are rock bottom, have lost more games. But then, if you look, we have scored 70 goals this season. We've got the most in anybody below 9th. But Luton, they've won the championship. They'll be going up to the Premiership. Watford have got their place in the playoffs. Wrexham and Gillingham relegated, and Grimsby will be coming up. They'll be playing us next season. So look, they've finished second. Or actually, they've not finished second. They're potentially going to win the league because they're level on points with Aston Villa. Wimbledon relegated from the Premier Division, so we'll be playing them next season. Here's a turn up for the books. David Moyes has been appointed as manager of Manchester City. Leicester have been relegated from the Premier Division. Another team will be playing, as well as Bradford City. But it's now the last game of the season. We're away at Watford. It's going to be a little bit of a party. I'm just going to check, see if we need to change anything. I've got no reason to change anything. We've picked up no injuries, no suspensions. We'll just go to the game and we'll hopefully maybe pick up another point. I think Watford are now in second place, so they are actually looking to get promotion today. So it's not going to be easy at all. Especially as Jerome Thomas has just pushed somebody over and been sent off. So we'll just have to stick with 2 up front. 7 minutes gone, we're down to 10, away at a promotion chasing team. But we've gone 1-0 up. Nishizawa scores his 11th goal of the season. But I expect us to come under massive pressure from Watford. However, we've got to half time. We're 1-0 up, down to 10 men. We've scored with our only shot on goal in the game. Let's have a look at the league table. So as it stands, Watford are actually dropping out of the promotion spot. This is a disaster for them. There's actually 3 teams between 3rd, 4th and 5th that have the same record of 22 wins, 12 draws, 12 losses. Obviously things will change in the second half, but as it stands it's Bolton that will go up with Luton. Tottenham currently struggling to even make the playoffs. 2 points behind at the moment. Right, let's check the team out. Everybody's on a 7 apart from Nishizawa, who's on an 8 because he scored. So we'll get into the second half. No reason to change. This would be an incredible victory to end the season on such a high. Does mean that Jerome Thomas will miss 3 games next season. But Watford have equalised. Nardiello scores for them. Let's see if we can make a change. Right, let's bring Chris Morgan on for Gabidon. I'm going to bring Bachenski on for Lowe. Last 10 minutes. If we lose, we lose. We've shown that we're a pretty decent size when we want to be. And there we go, we've got another point away at Watford. Now, is that damaging for them? Indeed it is, and they actually play Bolton. And it was Nottingham Forest that went up on goal difference by 3 goals. And thinking back to earlier on in the season, Nottingham Forest absolutely wiped the floor with us, so that game has been the difference. Playoffs is West Brom, Watford, Bolton and Derby. So Jerome Thomas has been given an initial 1-match ban, but we're definitely not going to appeal it. It was for violent conduct. There's confirmation that Nottingham Forest have won promotion and the team's in the playoffs. And we've been given £275,000 for finishing in 21st. And there's the confirmation. We finished 1 place outside the relegation zone, but the most important point is that we finished 5 points clear. We ended up on 5 draws out of 46 games, 15 wins, 26 losses, scored 71, but conceded a massive 90. It did seem that when we lost games, there was times where we would just basically give up and we'd lose by 3, 4 or 5. But the most important thing was we did keep scoring goals. 71 scored over 46 games is fantastic. Let's have a look at some player stats. So the best player in this division was apparently Scott Young, but it looks like he transferred to Chelsea from Derby, having got an average rating of over 8. Patrick Agyemang, Peter Crouch, just going down, Jason Roberts, Brett Ormerod, Christopher Ray. In terms of goal scorers, so Isaiah Rankin got 25, Leon McKenzie 21, and Stefan Everson 20. Lee Mansell actually came in joint 7th place with 17. Another fantastic season for the midfielder. 17 goals and 10 assists for a team that finished one place outside the relegation zone is simply magnificent. That goes with his 27 league goals last season. In terms of assists, Glenn Little in 2nd place, Ibrahim Barr, Darren Eady's up there, Georgie King-Cladsy's playing for Crewe. And then man of the match, so Lee Mansell actually got 8 man of the match awards. He's basically been our best player, bar none, this season, yet again. David Tremble's up there in terms of yellow cards, but he only got 8, and considering he's like a defensive midfielder, yeah, that's not too bad at all. Compared to Derek McInnes at West Brom and Peter Everton at Lincoln, Lee Fowler at West Brom, who in the teens in terms of yellow cards. Red cards, we'll just have to scroll down. So Jerome Thomas is on there for his red card he got on the final day. Greg Pearce got one as well. But nobody else in there in the top 75. Right, if we scroll through the season, so we did start off okay with that draw at Newcastle, but conceded 6 at home to Man City in the second game, which alarm bells were there. But we hit back against Oldham in the League Cup, Crewe, Gillingham. Then we lost a few, but again, very inconsistent. We beat Birmingham, we won at Lincoln, beat Wolves, smashed Wrexham. But it was after the Wrexham game that we then lost at home to Torquay by 5-1. That just seemed to smash all of our confidence. We lost so many games in a row. Eventually we got a draw against Derby, who were top of the league at the time. They lost to Forest again, but beating Wolves, that was so key. I know we then did lose a few, but I think in the second half of the season our home record was actually pretty good. We were still picking up wins, draws, but it was the away games where we were pretty much losing all the time. But we did end the season 3 games unbeaten, winning at Wrexham, drawing with West Brom and Watford, and we secured 21st place in the division. Now it's my job to mould a squad to do a little bit better next season. Let's have some progress on the pitch. See which players are coming to the end of the contracts, which ones we can sell on for a little bit of money. See who's impressed this season, see who hasn't, see if there's anybody in the reserves. And then hopefully dip into the transfer market, pick up some Bosman frees and some bargains maybe from lower leagues. We've got a few million to spend, I believe. Last time I looked, let's just check the finances. So at the moment we've actually got £2 million to spend, but we should be getting a little bit extra money in the summer from Division 1. It's usually about £3.7 to £4 million. So we'll look to invest it wisely. If you've enjoyed the content of this video, please don't forget to leave a like. And for more videos, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.